I've been able to get ahead of 99% of people my age by using these 5 productivity habits that have helped me grow my business to 7 figures per year. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how I got ahead so you can too. Number 1 is use a calendar. There's Google Calendars, Apple Calendar, Outlook. I personally use a Google Calendar that is my manager. It helps me keep organized when I have 10 to 15 calls on average per day. I know exactly who I'm going to be speaking with. I know exactly what the meeting is going to be about, and I know exactly what time it's going to be and what Zoom link that it's going to be. When you run an online business, things can get really messy. But when you have a calendar put in place, giving you exactly where you need to be at each point of the day, it's really helpful. The second habit is waking up at 5 a.m. Now, this is really important because you're able to beat the sun up, and it gives a sense of confidence knowing that you're actually getting ahead of people. Because if you add 2 hours to your day and you do that 5 times a week, that's 10 hours per week, which if you do that over the span of 4 weeks, that's adding an extra 40 hours that you're getting ahead. That's an extra week that you're getting ahead that you're able to have on the competition. It's all these little habits that stack up that really help you get light years ahead of other people that are just getting out of college. When I was in 7th grade, I actually developed this habit where I'd wake up and I'd go work out because I really wanted to become an NBA player, and I wasn't able to get 2 workouts in at the end of the day or after school when I had homework. And so I learned to get a workout in the beginning of the day. Then I go to school and I have about 8 to 10 hours to really rest my body. And then from there, only do basketball drills after that. And so with business, it's the same thing. You just have to prioritize different things and spread things out if you need to, so you can get more done than most people. Now, number 3 actually goes with number 2, and it's getting a workout in every single day. What's really helped me really grow in my fitness, because that's really what's important to me, but also keep my energy up throughout the day, is working out right at the beginning of the day. Because before I can really exercise my mind, it's best for me to exercise my body, really get the blood pumping, but also get my lifts in before I actually start the rest of the day. And the reality is, by the end of the day, I'm so tired by being on so many calls that I wouldn't be able to get the best workout in possible. And health is wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but the question that I would ask you is, would you trade where you're at right now with however much money that you have in the bank account for a person that's a billionaire that's on their deathbed? You'd probably stay in the same exact position that you're in right now. And that's how I want and choose to live my life, is having a healthy life, which leads to confidence throughout the day as well. Now, number 4 is having a successful daily routine. Success leaves clues, and the best and most successful people that I've seen, 7-figure, 8-figure, even 9-figure business owners, know how to have the same day over and over and over again, right? The food that they eat is going to be the same. And so I've chosen to replicate that in my life, where I have a meal service and I pay for convenience. So instead of having to do the dishes, so I can focus on making more money for the business. There's only so much mental bandwidth that you have throughout the day. So it's really important to key in on big and high leverage tasks that will push the ball forward, instead of thinking about what am I going to eat for breakfast or how many macros and calories does this have. The goal for me, and what I've seen is really powerful, is having the capability to decide one time and it repeats over and over and over and over and over again. This really builds leverage into my life, so I'm able to just focus at the task on hand every day. And another framework that I use is the Johnny 2.0 version, the Johnny that's making 8 figures per year, that's making $1 million a month. What is that guy doing? What is that guy doing on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis? What are the habits that he has? What are the thoughts that go through his mind? And what tasks is he working on? And it's probably not trying to save $3, $5 in getting coffee. It's focusing on getting more done than most people ever think that they can do. Now, number 5 is getting out of your comfort zone in all areas of life. This is what's helped propel me not only in business, but also spiritually, emotionally, relationally, speaking to people who I don't really know, and navigating through uncomfortable situations, because the reality is, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. With business, I've paid into masterminds, I've paid for coaches, I've paid people to consult my business and get around people who are making 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more than me, so I can get to their level. Because the reality is, they're not going to shrink down to your level. They have standards. And so if you can raise your standards, you're going to raise your income and raise what you're able to do and the output that you're able to get on a day-to-day basis. With getting around people who are spiritually, I've gotten mentors and coaches and people to help me with my marriage, with my life, with my personal life, but then also getting around people who really have a really good outlook on life. The people you're around and the environment that you're in is shaping the way that you view the the world and shaping what you actually get out of life. So you might as well get around good people, get around a good environment, and push yourself every day. And I want to share with you how to find mentors, because this is a common question that I get asked. The way that I do it is honestly, I just go on YouTube and I look at people who are really successful in different industries, how to sell life insurance, and I look at all these different people on how they're able to be successful, or how do I make money online, or how do I make 10K a month, or whatever it is, right? Like I look at these things, how do I get in better shape? And I get around people who are at those levels. I watch them on YouTube, but then what I also do is I find the people who are at the top of each field. So I'll take business, for example. I take the people who are making 8 to 9 figures and I look and try to see who's like a few steps ahead that I can pay for consulting with. And I ask them these questions and I pay for the time, because you're going to spend the thing that's least important to you. Is it money or is it time? And if it's money, which the people who do make a lot of money, time is more important to them. So they're willing to pay for speed. So don't be afraid to pull out your credit card, pull out your wallet, and pay somebody and invest in yourself, because that will help you get ahead of 99% of people. If this video was helpful for you at all, or if you want to learn more about the business model that helped me get to 7 figures per year, then click this video right here that goes over my full story here.